Okay guys, so I am getting ready to complete my project that I was telling you guys about earlier. I am actually, I hope you guys can see what I'm doing, but I've already created the shoes for the shirt. What I am making is a rhinestone shirt. So now I am going to complete the project. So what she wants on it is a wording. So I'm going to go to a new one. And what I am working with is the Silhouette Studio. And what I will be using to cut, well, I'll show you this part first. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and create the other part of her shirt, which would read Cancun 2018. And actually I'm gonna make that by itself. So you know what, I have the letters in my library, so how about I do that, and that would make my job so much easier. So what I'm going to go with is my already recent downloads, and I am just going to select the letter that I want. And so I want C, which you see it comes up. So I'll go ahead and get rid of that because I don't need that, and I don't need this. So I don't know which size I'm going to use yet, but let's go ahead and get all the letters in there. A, N, C, U, and Cancun. So I have my letters. So now what I am going to do is ungroup them. So I'm going to go to my object, release compound, and that will release all of them. I'm thinking about the last one because it's a little bit bigger, but however, I am going to be using my 10-inch rhinestones. So maybe I'll go with the middle one. So I'll take that out. But you know what? I'm going to go with that, the last one, because I can always change it. So I'll go with this one. And what I'm going to do is keep the capital C and get rid of the lowercase c. And so now what I'm going to do is go ahead and group that C. And so now you can't move any of the pieces. If I left it ungrouped, what will happen is I can move one. But because I want it all together, I'm just going to hit my back key, and that's going to take them back to where they were at. And then I'm going to highlight it all and just click on group. So therefore now I can't take one away. So now it's the whole group in there. So next I'm going to go with my A, and I'll ungroup that. So I'm going to go to object and release compound, and I'm going to get rid of those because I know I'm not going to use that one. And then I'll get rid of the capital A, and I'm just going to use the lowercase a, and I'll go ahead and group that, and then I can move it up by the C. And the same thing, I just keep doing the same routine for this. Release compound, remove those, remove my capital N, and then group my lowercase n, and move that over there by the Cancun. And then I'll get this one, C. Release compound. Get rid of those. Get rid of this capital C. And then I will group that C and move it up there. Release. Release compound. Hello? Yeah, I'm good. Oh, no, but I'm sure we probably can find somebody. Just have to look around. Release compound. One of your partners, somebody that they knew their daughter, she probably in college now. Yeah, that's true too. C-A-N-C-U-N. Cancun. Okay, dokie then. Bye-bye. Okay, so now since I have my words, my word, I am going to bring it up. I think I'll bring them in a little bit closer to one another. There, we have Cancun. So now what I would do is group all of that. And then I am going to go to, shall I do? Maybe I'll do the 2018 as well. Okay, so 2. And the same thing is with the 2s. They give you 3 options. So, and you can select whatever one you want. 2, 0, 1, 8. Okay, so now I have the 2018. So I've already grouped this guy. So now I can move this anywhere I want. So I'll just move this one out of my way while I work on the 2018. And so again for this, I'm doing the same thing. It's just releasing a compound. And I'm going to get rid of the first 2. And then I'm going to group this 2 so that it can move all by itself. Release. And then get rid of that. My board tends to get away from me because of this raggedy mouse pad I have. So I'm going to group that, bring my 0 up. I'm going to release that. I'm going to group the 1. And then I have my 8. Again, release. Get rid of those and group my 8. There, now I have 2018. So the same thing, I'm just going to center it to what look best to my eye. And that looks about good. And so now I have 2018. So what I would do is group that together. So now this is one unit. So I'm going to bring back over the Cancun. And then what I'm going to do, over here we have options on whichever icon or app, not app, but whichever icon you want to select. And this is the bar. So you have different options over here that you can select to work in. So the one that I will be working on is down here, and this is the silhouette. This is the rhinestone panel. So I click on that, and then in here I am going to highlight this, the Cancun, and what I want to do is make this 10SS because that's the rhinestones that I will be using. So I am going to select the rhinestone effect, select the 10S. I'm going to move the size over to where the size I want it, and it is at 10. So I'm going to move this in just a little bit. Now I'm going to select that, see how it works out. So the rhinestone effect, because I want them all centered together. And then I select my rhinestone size, which is the 10SS. And the size is 10 in here. And that is it. So you can open it up a little bit, depending on how big you want it. And because I'm going to put this side by side of the 2018, I'm going to close it just a little bit. And then I'm going to work on my 2018. So what I'll do is highlight that. I'm going to bring that in some. So it'll be Cancun. Just making sure it's all on one line. And the same thing for that. I'm going to bring down my 8 a little bit. So I'll ungroup this and just bring my 8 down just a little bit. And that looks about it. Move that up a little bit. Okay, so I think that's perfect. So now I'm going to group that back together and move my 2018 up so that it will all be on one line. So I have a Cancun 2018. And for here, again, I'm going to select my rhinestone effect. It's on the 10SS and it's on the size 10. So you see that if you move it, there you go. So this is Cancun 2018. So this will all go on one line. Now to cut this out, should I? No. Okay, so I'll oh, sorry about that. So because my 8 is over my cut line, and how I know it's over my cut line, because it's appearing on my gray right here. So now since I know that, what I will do is I will ungroup it, or I didn't group it, so I will move my 2018. Let me think. Because I don't want it, if you put it up here, it will make that whole bar 11, and I want it a little bit smaller than that. So let's condense that to maybe leave it at 10. sorry. So I am moving this to 10 inches right there. 10.9 is great. So now it will all be printed on one line. And maybe I'll have the 2018 to come over just a little bit. So I'm going to put this on a line. And I'll move this up a little bit. And so now it's all on one line. Cancun 2018. And I think that is perfect. So now what I will do is I am going to group this whole thing. So again, I'm going to move it up to the bar and hit group. And that way this is all one unit. So you can't separate it. You can, but I don't want to separate it. So I'll put it up here. And then what I'm going to do, you have some bars up here which says design, which is what I'm in right now. And that is where you design whatever you want to be printed. And this is going to be Rhinestone again. So then you can go to store, which is where you can purchase different things. You go to your library, which is where I store a lot of my items, shirts that I've made prior to today. Anything that I've made, anything I brought is in my library. And then I go to send. And the send, that will be cut. So anything that appears red will be cut. And so the paper that I will be using to cut this out on is this blue paper right here. And it's a really thick paper. And what it does is cut the holes in it. And the rhinestones are filled into the holes. So this is the machine that I'm using, the Silhouette Cameo. And this right here is just the rack to make sure that it stays even. So I am going to do that. And then I will come back to you in a moment. But I'm going to set this up real quick. So yeah, that bar opens up. And I'm going to set it up and then I'll come back to you guys once it's completed. Right here is actually the cutting tool. You have different blades. So I have some blades, some extra blades right here, and they're set. And you don't have to set anything. The system sets everything for you. So once you hit cut, you will hear a clicking in here. And the clicking is setting the blade at what blade cut it needs to be at. Different, excuse me, different items. When I'm cutting like my transfer vinyl to go on shirts, it's a different cut depth as with this. This is much thicker, so the blade needs to be set much higher. When it's a thinner material, then the blade doesn't have to be set as high. It can go low. But the system automatically sets everything for you. You don't have to do anything, which is the good thing. This machine is it is really, really good. So I'm turning it on and it powers up and says Silhouette, and then it just says welcome, and then for load. So you can load and upload. Really, really simple, guys. So I am going to do this real quick. I'm just going to sit you down over here while I do that. I don't know if you guys would be able to see what I'm doing, but I'll sit you right here. So I am loading it in on the material side. So I am feeding it through the feeder. And you have arrows on here which show you where your paper needs to go and be aligned to. So now what I'm going to do is just load my paper in. Okay, my paper is aligned in. So I am going to start it. I am making sure that it is on the right cut, because in the material, which is the rhinestone template material, you have different, or the material, you have different options in here in the drop down menu, and the options are all right here. So you just pick on, again, all of these were in here. I didn't have to install anything in the system in order for it to come up. So you pick whatever paper or material that you would be using. So in this one, I'm using the Rhinestone template material, which is like a, they call it, what is it? Like a rhinestone template material. It's like a, yeah, I guess it's just a, it's a material that almost feel like suede. If you could see it, it almost feel like suede. But that is the material that I will be using. And so now it's already uncut. And what I am going to do is select or go ahead and hit send. When I hit send on my computer, it will send it to the machine and it will start to cut. So I am hitting send, and now it's setting. And now it's actually cutting the material. So what it's doing is cutting those holes in there for the rhinestones to fit in there. So once this is completed, I will come back to you guys and I will show you how I brush the rhinestones into the material. But this is the second part of her shirt. I've already created the first part of her shirt. This is the wording for it. So I will show you the finished product once this is completed. Hello guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. As I stated in part one, I was creating a shirt for a girls trip, or for a trip for a group of ladies that will be going to Cancun. And I just showed you all the process of how I go ahead and make the design. So now I am in part two of it. I've already created some, so while that one is in there cutting, I thought I'd come out here and show you guys part one of the shirt. So what this shirt is like a, almost like a three-part shirt that has to be assembled together with the rhinestones. The colors of the rhinestones I will be using are red and black. The shirt will say Diva Birthday with a red bottom shoe with red bottom. It'll actually be a black shoe with the red bottom with Cancun 2018. So they're planning a trip for Cancun, and it's one of the ladies' birthday, so she will have this shirt, and the other ladies will just have the red bottom shoes on theirs that says Diva, D-I-V-A. So I am in the process of making the bottom for her shirt that says Cancun 2018. And so I will show you that part after I'm done with this part. So this is part one. What I showed you earlier was part two. And then making actual the t-shirts will be part three. But the material that I was stating that I was using, well, hopefully you guys can see this. I'm going to flip this back over. So if you can see, it says birthday. And then as you can see, the holes are already cut out of it. So what I do is peel this paper off. This is a paper. If you can see, I've already started this one. It's really, really simple. So when you peel it up, if you can see that, the holes stay onto the paper. And this I will put on the blackboard because you need a flat surface to brush the rhinestones in. So like I said, I've already did these. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get the rhinestones and brush them in, and then get the material that goes on top of here to pull the rhinestones up out of it. It's like a sticky paper, but it's heated. It's can be, well, it's for like heat transfer. to be applied onto the shirt. So I'll go ahead and do this process first. Again, the bottom of the shoe would be red and the shoe itself would be black. So I have my rhinestones right here. So I'm going to get some and spread it out, and then I will show you. So I'm just going to sit you down for a moment. I want to keep them separated. So now, hopefully you guys can see that. So what this is the rhinestone. This is my brush that I use. And so what I'm going to do is just take this and just brush them into the holes. Really easy and simple, guys. And as you can see, as I'm brushing it, the rhinestones are going into the hole. And it doesn't take rubbing them hard. It's just a matter of getting them into the hole. You don't have to use or apply a lot of strength to it or a lot of pressure. You just lightly brush it in. And as you can see, I'm just doing light strokes on it. I'm not applying a lot of pressure at all. And as you can see, they're filling the holes. Sometimes you get some that may turn over, and that's okay. You just go and correct it and turn it back over. Okay, so while I'm doing that, I am going to sit the camera down some so that I can go ahead and complete this process. And then once this is done, I'll come back to you and I will show you how I pick them up out of the holes with the other material that I use. But I think you should see the black rhinestones in there. Try to zoom it in. And you can see it, it's really up close. So, there we go. So really, it's gonna come out really nice. So I'm gonna sit this down for a minute while I go ahead and complete this. And then once I'm done, like I said, I'll come back to you and I'll show you how I pick it up. Okay guys, so now I have the black completely filled in with the black rhinestones, and then I have the red filled in with completely rhinestones. So this red will overlay on this black. So it would read Diva, which is where this is cut out. Diva, it will say birthday Diva. And then the red bottom, which is there, will go on here, around there and through there. And then at the bottom, what I created in the room, what you saw me create was Cancun 2018, which will go at the bottom. So that is it. So now I am going to get the paper to sit on top of it so that the rhinestones will pull up off of it, and that's what will be heat pressed onto the shirt. So let me get that process and then I will show you that. So I'm going to cut it. I've already pre-cut it to where it needs to be cut to, because I don't want to just waste material. So now I am going to put it in my cutter right here and just cut it to where it needs to be cut to. So as you guys can see, it's right where it needs to be. This is the cut blade, or this is where the blade cuts into. So it's right there. So let me get this even. And so what I'm going to do is just pour this through, and that will cut this sheet off. Voila! So now what I am going to do, Tiara, how you feeling? How you feel? You still don't feel good? So this has two sides. One is a sticky side and one is a protector for your rhinestones. So what I'm going to do is peel this sheet off, and then once I pick up my rhinestones, I'm going to put it back onto here so that I can save it, so that I can won't lose any of the rhinestones. So this is, as you can see, is a sticky material. So as you can see, I have put the paper down on it. So now what I'm doing is just pressing it to make sure all of the rhinestones stick onto the paper or to this material. And so then when I peel it off, all of the rhinestones will be adhesive onto this material, and I will use this as my transfer paper. So that is how it looks, guys. So now I am going to peel it off and I'm going to put it back onto here. And then when I get ready to press it, I'll show you that. But this is the steps of how I do my rhinestones. If you ever wonder how did they do that, this is how they do it. Really simple. Well, it's not simple because designing designs it takes a lot. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of going back and forth. It is a lot. Rhinestones, dealing with rhinestones, they're so delicate, and it is much more labor than just using transfer vinyl onto shirts. Using transfer vinyls is so much easier than dealing with the rhinestones. The rhinestones, you have to make sure everyone stay in this place. You have to make sure when you press it down that everything get adhesive down onto the shirt. It is a lot of work. I won't say it's easy because it's not easy. When I first started to do it, it was a challenge, and I'm always taking on challenges. I always like to go in there not knowing what I'm doing, but then in the end come out doing what I do, which is a success. So thank God that it comes out right. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you off, and I will come back once I am pressing it onto the shirts. I'm going to go ahead and do this for all of the shirts. Okay guys, I am back at it. I've made all the heat transfer papers for the rhinestones. I have my temperature presetting on 350, so it's heating up now. It will first get the steam out the shirt, so it will go for 4 seconds, and then after 4 seconds it will go for 10 seconds. But these are the templates that will go on the shirts. As you can see, Cancun 2018. This one is for the birthday girl. So it came out really, really well. So I am just waiting on my heat press to heat up. And once that heat up, I will go ahead and do the first shirt. What I'm going to do is take the steam out the shirt first. And then the moisture, I'm sorry. What I would do first, I'm tired, is take the moisture out the shirt. Then once I take the moisture out, I will go ahead and heat press the template onto the shirt. So I'll show you that process once I'm done. But I just wanted to give you guys heads up of what I was doing. And again, these are the what I've been working on. So I have everything separate. So there are 7 shirts and then 1 birthday shirt. Okay, I'm missing 2 pieces for my heels. Oh, that one is already attached to it, and that one is attached to it. Okay, so it's almost ready. It's at 3:36, so it's getting there. So this one I've already pre-done to the shirt, or to the smooth those over. And this one up. You can always move them before you press them. Once you press them, it's a wrap. It's done. It's a done deal. Okay, so it's at 3:46. So what I would do first is take the moisture out the first shirt. The first shirt I will be doing is the birthday shirt. Okay, I can probably do the first one showing you. So what I'm doing, I have my protective sheet down, and what I'm going to do now is just take the moisture out of it. So it was set on 3 seconds. And then once that's done, I will go ahead and lay the template on it. For this, I am going to have to come back to you. Let me focus on this right quick. Okay guys, I have just finished the t-shirts. As you can see, the first one says Birthday Diva, Cancun 2018. They came out really, really nice. Diva with red bottoms, black shoes with red bottoms. Diva. I'm so proud of how they came out. They really look really nice. I'm sure the girls would look fabulous. It's really glycerin, if you can see it. The shine in it. Yeah, so they came out really nice. So now I am going to go take a bath and get ready for bed. Yeah, sister girl is tired. I'll get back some light. Maybe that's too much light. Okay, so yeah. Oh gosh, that's too much light. So yeah, so I am gonna go take a shower and go to bed because I am super, super tired. I have to deliver these t-shirts tomorrow. So if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Also, you can hit the notification bell right below, and you will be notified once I upload videos. And also, if you can give this video a thumbs up. This was just a quick video in reference to the shirts that I make. I do make custom t-shirts for all different events. As you can see, this one is a girls trip to Cancun. There is a total of 8 of them. It's 8 couples actually, and I'm making the ladies shirt. So yeah, so look me up, guys. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions to anything that I have done. And I will be more than happy to answer your questions. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my channel. I so greatly appreciate it. I cannot tell you how much I really appreciate you guys tuning into my channel. So please subscribe. Please hit the like button. And please hit that bell to be notified when I upload a video. And that will be the end of this one. And I will try to upload this video tomorrow. So as you'll be seeing it on Saturday, being this is Saturday morning, you'll be seeing it Saturday sometime afternoon after I edit everything and get it all together for you guys. So that is it. Thank you guys again. And I will be coming to you later. Until then, smooches. And always live, love, and laugh, and live your best life. Love you guys. Mwah.